Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 4 of What If Naruto Was a Prodigy who awakened his true potential. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode over on Anime King 3 of What If Naruto Was the Forces of Nature. And enjoy that guys, and stay tuned for a brand new episode coming over Anime King 2. And yes, if you're new, that's correct, I indeed have 3 channels, Anime King, Anime King 2, and Anime King 3, which I post what if fun every single day. Yes guys, every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. And also remember to turn on that bell notification to stay posted. So yeah, without further ado, what is to begin this new episode start? The intro. So the last spot we left off, a few weeks passed since Team 7 became Team 7. Thus Kakashi had noticed several things, especially regarding Naruto. The chakra capacity that he has. There is no way that he can know only those jutsus. As Kakashi didn't know why that Naruto was hiding something from him, but for now he will just wait, because he trusts Naruto after all. He let Naruto watch his kid. Yes. So that go to show you how much he trusts Naruto, as he didn't think that Naruto was a bad person. The group was upset, but they did not show it though, as they wanted a better ranked mission. Kakashi knew that they were ready, but he decided to test them once more. A sparring test to see how far they have come, which he decided to set up. He had the 3 of them come at it first. Afterwards he had them spar. Naruto and Sasuke was moving rather epic. Naruto was just above Sasuke. It doesn't matter what Sasuke tried, Naruto was just above him. There was something that pushed Naruto above him right there and then, as it was shown very visible. As Naruto won the match, but Sasuke had used great efforts. Afterwards, Kakashi had spoken to Sasuke regarding his plans. Kakashi was able to make Sasuke see that he didn't need to be another Itachi. He just needed to find out who he is. He needed to find out who Sasuke Uchiha is. That left Sasuke in deep thought, as he indeed wanted to find out who he was, and not be a copy of Itachi. As Sakura went home, her parents wondered what the hell happened, seeing that she looked rather roughed up. However, she was fine though, as she told them that it was training. As her father understood that her sensei had to make sure that she was ready for anything dangerous. As Naruto went by Ichiraku Ramen, as he spoke to Ayama and the others there, a few Chunins came by as he had just been promoted. They were celebrating, but they were being harassed at everyone in the street. One of them came in and started to flirt with Ayama. As Toki told him to leave, they were being rather aggressive. It was then that Naruto spoke and they turned their wrath upon him. One by one, Naruto put all of the Chunin in their place. None of them stood a chance against him. He beat them down. The statements were taken, and it was only because of his strength and powers he proven that he had defeated all of them, as Naruto did not get in any trouble. And most of the people in the street noticed what he did, as he had stopped them with their shenanigans. As some time passed, Kakashi believed his team was ready. His daughter had gave him a shock when she told him that she was going to marry Naruto, as it made Shizune laugh. Snavy's new apprentice was a young boy. His name was Kabuto, and he was a damn good medic, as he was her new assistant as well, with Shizune looking after her little girl. So with that, Kakashi take them on their first rank, which involved a bridge builder. The Demon Brothers didn't stand a chance, as Naruto and Sasuke had taken them out rather quickly. But the group decided to continue with the mission as they went across Zabuza. The battle began as they clashed. Kakashi got captured, but between Naruto and Sasuke making their plan, as Naruto coming up with it, they were able to free him. As Kakashi went on to destroy the man, however, Before he could deliver the final blow, a hunter named came and knocked Zabuza out. The needles killing him. Kakashi checked his pulse, he was indeed dead. As the hunter named took the body, which was rather strange, as Tezuna told him that his house was not far away from here. So yeah guys, that's basically as we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself. And also guys, remember to go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was the Forces of Nature over in Anime King 3. And enjoy that guys, and yeah. Without further ado, wasting any more time, what do you say we leap on into this new episode guys. The group made it to Tezuna's home as quickly as they can. Naruto is tall enough to prop Kakashi armor on his shoulder. The Jonin was barely conscious, as he could take small steps. With the help of Naruto, it seems that the Sharingan took quite a toll on your body. Naruto thought to himself. Passing several dilapidated buildings on their way to Tezuna's home, they were given a strange look by the villagers. As Tezuna said, the people are hard pressed for money, and that could be seen rather clearly. Naruto tried to focus on potential ambush instead, but his mind wandered back to the fight, as it was rather frustrating to him. He knew that he could not join in without revealing his Sharingan, something that he was saving for a special occasion. It made him consider just showing his team so that he could fight with his true power. However, several hierarchy of power within Konoha. Because of those, Team 7 would be able to keep a secret ability between themselves. Mission report would change drastically, with him showing what he could do. And it would be seen that Kakashi was trying to keep something under wraps, as Naruto could not trust that he wouldn't be the center of attention, instead of Sasuke, and have his eyes be stolen by the faction that cleaned up the Uchiha incident before anyone else. And if he revealed the Sharingan and further Uchiha power publicly, it would create such a fuss. It would be hard to ignore that he was a Uchiha. He would be placed under public scrutiny. But that meant friendly eyes on him would be everywhere. A mission like this, with a handful of people, despite Zabuza being here, that didn't mean that he need to use his full power. While he was in deep thought, they approached a house. It was close to the riverside. "Tsunami, I'm home," Tezuna said. The footsteps could be heard coming towards the door. As the door slowly opened, "Father," as she hugged him. "It's good to see you," he returned the hug. "Where's my grandson?" he said with a smile. "Out on the pier, like usual." Her smile faltered at that. Tezuna grumbled a bit as he stepped aside, giving room for the shinobis to enter. "Follow me, we have an empty room around back, where you can put your sensei down." As Tsunami laid out a bed, as Naruto placed Kakashi on it, who went unconscious immediately. Sakura sat down and she wondered. "What do we do now?" she asked. "We need to make sure Kakashi recovers. This mission is going to be a whole lot harder without him." Sasuke pointed out. Naruto nodded. "We still have time though. It will take a while to replace Zabuza, so we have time to move freely through Nami." Sakura, check Kakashi pouch for soldier pills. If he has any, they would be made by his wife. She's a skilled medical ninja. "I'm going to set up traps around the house," Sasuke says he took that job. "Tezuna, don't go anywhere without me," said Naruto. "I know that you want to rest and catch up with your workers, but the situation has changed." Right, gotcha." Tezuna was a bit weirded out by the serious demeanor on the young man, as Sakura was looking towards Naruto as he addressed Tezuna. So she did not see Kakashi pull down his mask as he flipped the soldier pill out of her fingers and gulped them down. Huh? She completely missed the movement. "Thanks, Sakura," said Kakashi, as he fell back again. "You're not making this easy for us, Kakashi," said Naruto, as he rolled his eyes. It took Sasuke an hour to set up traps in the trees, in the water, and under the dragons off Tezuna's home. Anyone tried to sneak in by taking the water or jumping on the roof would be in for a nasty surprise. He soaked when he returned, but Tsunami quickly gave him towels to dry himself off, as Sasuke got a better look at her, while she was fretting over him that he was soaked. He looked at her like he saw a ghost. Reminder of the loss, Naruto asked quietly enough, so Sakura would not hear. "She looks like my mother," Sasuke said quietly, as he looked at the woman. As Naruto turned to see Kakashi fade back into consciousness, he looked a lot better than when they just arrived. "You're okay," Sakura said. Kakashi smiled as he winced a bit when he sat up. "How long have I been out?" "A few hours at most." "Looks like your soldier pills worked the charm," said Naruto as he relaxed a bit. "Now that you're leader, is good enough to talk. Huh, that's Shizune for you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we do have some bad news. The Genins didn't want that to be the first thing that Kakashi said to them. I think Zabuza might still be alive. With unfortunate timing, Tazuna and Tsunami walked into the room as he said that. What the hell? You saw what that kid did. He killed that crazy ninja. With senbons. Not a tool often used for murder, even discreetly. As Kakashi went on to explain why he think the masked nin is an accomplice of Zabuza instead of an official ninja of Kiari. It just keeps on getting worse, said Tazuna. I understand that you might be scared, Tazuna-san, but be calm. These two elites have shown their hand a bit in that fight. I have a pretty good assessment of the skills that Zabuza uses. The real issue is the accomplice. As Naruto made this assessment known, I believe the hunter nin is a Kikigenkai wielder. He has an unusual chakra I've never felt before, but I believe that is Hayaton. Here to explain, Kakashi said. I've been refining my sensory ability to be able to distinguish between chakra natures. The chakra of this hunter nin resonates with wind and water, and it's unusually strong on top of that. But you don't know for sure. Naruto shook his head. No. I'm not that good at it yet, but I still think they will. Some kind of Kikigenkai. It's better than nothing. Good work. You three have your work cut out for you. So I expect you to take what I have to teach you. Very seriously. We're going to train? Sasuke was surprised that they were in a train in the middle of a mission. You don't have any choice, said Kakashi bluntly. If you want a chance of survival, then you're gonna have to learn. And it just so happens that I have the perfect chakra control exercise for you. Kakashi, said Naruto. How could Zabuza push you this far? I know your reputation. I thought something like this would be easier for you. His reputation is about the same as mine. And it's well earned. They don't call him demon for nothing. He has very potent chakra. You can see that by him using water jutsus so much at the same time. And normally, the Sharingan can see right through jutsu on the level of a water clone. But Zabuza clone, all of them look like the real deal to me. That is how strong his chakra is. It takes very dense chakra that not even I can see the difference with my Sharingan. And I had to rely on my own clone tactics to identify the real one. Is he stronger than you, Kakashi-sensei? Asked Sakura nervously. I don't know, but what you would have this time is the advantage of a water source. This put my odds of beating him higher than before. It's the accomplice that we have to worry about. Zabuza will be most likely coming after me once again, so you three will be fighting the hunter nin. So I'll say it again. I expect you to take what I have to say seriously. It's a matter of life and death. The mood was quite grim as he said that. However, we're gonna start tomorrow. I don't have it in me to move right now. Tazuna and Tsunami look quite out of their depth. These were children, talking about risking their life. Sasuke clearly has something on his mind. Naruto, he said, as Naruto turned towards him. Why are you so strong? Naruto was silent for a moment, not sure what kind of half-truth he could give. But he conjured up something though. As he weaved a tale. I first learned how to kill when I was 9, he said. Sakura was shocked by that. Kakashi's eye widened. It was made pretty clear in the orphanage for me that the only future that awaited me and my fellow orphans was to become a shinobi. I trained like everyone else, but I couldn't afford to grow stronger and make ends meet by feeding myself and paying bills. There was a certain incident that prevented people like me from graduating early at the academy, so I was not able to become a genin and earn money on missions. The Uchiha incident, Kakashi thought, as that was what changed the graduation protocol. So I used a bingo book in order to find prey like rogue genins and vague criminals with bounty on their heads, so I could continue fueling my growth. Those outings took me all over 9 Nikoni, and it wasn't easy to defeat them. I quickly learned if I could not defeat small fries like this as a shinobi, then I was gonna die. I couldn't get stronger without buying shinobi resources like jutsu scrolls or tools. I couldn't provide basic necessities to myself if I bought those things, so I needed cash for both, and those missions gave me experience on fighting. I became stronger out of necessity. Orphans like me don't really have much of a choice. But Sakura stammered out, realizing that some people had it different from her. Why didn't you get adopted, or sponsored for, or given a normal job? I don't know, said Naruto, but that was a lie he knew. The system had been manipulated around him for him to be a shinobi. I'm just one of the unlucky ones that there was no room for in a civilian life. There were already enough orphans from the Kyubi incident 12 years ago. I grew up around other orphans who were in the same boat as me. We had to be a shinobi or die. And I chose to live. It's not all bad, said Naruto as he attempted to move the conversation away from his past. At no point did I never have a roof over my head to come home to. The people in this country though, they don't appear to have the same luxury right now. As Naruto then snapped his gaze towards Kakashi. I expected some restraint from you, Kakashi. Now, my cute little Janine. What have I deserved to earn your ire? Shizune has been spoiling you. You gotten too heavy to just lug around. You were holding back the team. I'll be sure to let Shizune know of your displeasure. Kakashi's eyes smiled, making it quite clear that Shizune had ripped his ear off for saying that she wasn't taking care of her husband. No need for that, said Naruto. I just want you to understand what is the best interest for the team. Kakashi scoffed, but seeing that both of them poking fun at one another had lightened the room mood. The next day consists of Kakashi training Sasuke and Sakura to perform the tree climbing exercise. As Naruto already knew this, so he was delegated to be Tazuna bodyguard full time. With the number of jutsus that Sasuke had under his belt, he was able to get the technique down by evening. The exercise was easy for Sakura because of her chakra. She had great control, but her chakra was low. So Kakashi taught her a few genjutsus and top it off with a taijutsu practice and pointers. The team did not see Tazuna grandson while they were there, but Tazuna chalked it up to the boy being depressed. But Naruto certainly found him, just to make sure that he was not kidnapped. As Naruto suggests that Tazuna, while being able to stand up to Gato, he's still a man that can be manipulated by his family. He suggests that they should take Tsunami and Inari and hide them, and one of them should take their spot, in case Gato sends someone to kidnap his family. And Naruto was fit for that, with a Shadow Clone Jutsu, so he had to stay behind. They made the plan discreetly, and without telling Tazuna. Tazuna's reaction would be genuine if his family was brought to the bridge, and that would make the kidnappers cocky. Unless Naruto killed them before they reached the bridge. That is if they went too far, of course. Kakashi had recovered quickly. It made Naruto believe that he had held back in the fight to gauge what his team could do. He picked a hell of time to do it if the suspicion was true though. A full weekend nothing happened before drama started to unfold on the bridge. Tazuna and Team 7, except Naruto, left early as Naruto enacted his plan. As it all unfolded on the bridge. Looks like you're one Genin down, Kakashi said to Zabuza. I wouldn't be so concerned about him if I were you. You and your accomplice has enough to worry about, as is. Zabuza laughed. Haku isn't some small fried Genin like your team. He may even be stronger than I am. Then I'll be sure to end you quickly before that strength can be put to use. Kakashi didn't seem like he feared anything at the moment as he spoke. Zabuza seemed caught off by the demeanor. He looked into the Sharingan as he wondered if the man was greater than a legend. Haku, get rid of the Genins. Yes, Zabuza-sama. Time skip. It was just as Naruto said. Haku was an ice wielder. Sasuke's Sharingan was able to see the attacks coming his way, just at the last moment. However, his shurikens and ninjutsu was not having an effect on the ice, as Haku performed a rather deadly technique. Sasuke was cut off from the outside as mirrors of ice trapped him inside in a dome. Sasuke could feel his stamina and speed dropping as he couldn't land a blow. Haku kept on leaping from mirror to mirror. Damn it, if this goes on, I won't survive much longer. Unknown to Sasuke, Sharingan got another Tomo to cope with the life and death situation that was draining his chakra even more now. It was then that Naruto, Sakura said, happy that the strongest out of them arrived on the bridge. Not Naruto, as this was the Shadow Clone, as he nodded discreetly. It was the one that escorted the real Tsunami and Inari away. Shit kid, said Tazuna, as he realized that this might be his last moments. Is my family okay? All this spell if the real me is badly hurt enough. Since I'm still here, that means your family is fine. Sakura, tell me everything that happened. Sakura quickly went on to explain everything that she saw before. The ice mirrors blocked everything. Please, help him, she said after she was finished. I will, said Naruto. Stay with Tazuna. The clone leaped as the hunter nin had spread his chakra through the mirror. But he had to jump in. As he went through handstand as he did, wind style, vacuum dive, as Sasuke was about to be skewered until the clone dropped in, wind surrounding him as he released it. It blew away all the Senmons and slammed roughly into the mirrors. "You should have stayed outside," said Sasuke as he was panting. "I didn't have much choice," said Naruto. "After this is over, you can thank me with dinner," he said. Sasuke didn't respond though, as he was more focused on staying alive. "It doesn't matter if there's 2 or 10 of you. I will not fail Zabuza-sama. This guy, Haku, is just like you said, Naruto. His Genkai use strong chakra. It makes unmeltable ice. Not unmeltable, but it doesn't matter, my jutsu. It's on a different level." As Naruto started to weave hand signs of his own. Fire style. Flaming dragon heads. As Naruto released 5 dragon heads, they expand and burn with extreme heat. The sheer velocity of it shattered the weakest part of the dome, which was a higher part, where Haku chakra could not spread everywhere. "Useless," Haku said, as he reformed the mirrors rather quickly. "Naruto, I just said." Sasuke paused. He realized what Naruto was doing. He was making him waste his chakra reforming the mirrors over and over again. And when it comes to a chakra stamina battle, Naruto always wins. As Naruto used the same jutsu over and over again, the hunter started to lose his cool, as he was getting weaker and weaker. He was panting. It was then that he heard a chirping sound. As he turned his head, "I'm sorry, Konoha Shinobi, but I must call this fight early." The mirror shattered immediately. The clone lashed out and grabbed Haku by the leg before he could rush off. "No!" Haku screamed. His chakra expanded outwards, the remainder of it, as the clone Naruto was captured in the iceberg. However, it was too late, as a hand drove through Zabuza's chest. Haku paused in shock, as Zabuza's chest was torn through by Kakashi's lightning blade. He screamed out on top of his lungs before he turned towards the clone. "You," he said, as he rushed towards the iceberg. However, the thing exploded, causing massive chunks of ice to tear in Haku's flesh as he was thrown by the explosion. He crashed right beside his master. As he lay there, his death was quick as he bled out, his body severely damaged from the explosion, from the exploded clone, and not to mention the ice shards stabbing into his flesh. He was dead within a minute. It was then that they captured Tsunami and Inari, that were surrounded by all the thugs, were brought up. They received the memories, but they did not move or anything. A small army of the mercenary thugs led them towards the end of the bridge. There were 30, strong in arm, with basic weaponry. Even Gato was there, but he could not climb up the ladder without help. He was a pathetic, stubby-legged man. As Naruto put on his best acting face, "Father, run!" Tsunami yelled. "Tsunami? Gato, you monster!" said Tazuna. "Huh. The little game of cat and mouse is done," said Gato as he walked over, seeing Haku's corpse. "I should have known that you'd be useless," as he kicked the head. "You sick bastard!" Sasuke yelled. But Kakashi stopped him and placed a hand on his shoulder. The ninja was already dead. "I don't even know why I bothered to bring your family here," said Gato. "Look at you now," he said. "So pathetic and beaten down. It reminded me of the time your son-in-law tried to oppose me. Very nostalgic, isn't it? Once again, I'll let you know this. Know that your bodyguards are tired and beaten down. Nami is mine. And this battle is Tsunami vanish." Shocking Tazuna, as she appeared behind Gato. "Over," she said. Poof! As Naruto was standing there. The disguise in here poof into Naruto as well, a clone of him. Gato dropped in fear. Get him, you fools!" All of the thugs moved in. However, compared to a well-trained shinobi, the thugs were like academy students who couldn't do a damn thing really. As Gato ran for his life, seeing his man being knocked off one after another. As he stumbled, Kakashi released Sasuke's shoulder. The crime lord looked as he saw that Naruto had stopped. However, something stabbed him right in his back. "Rotten hell, you monster." The voice of Sasuke was the last thing that he heard. As he collapsed on the ground, Naruto cloned his spell after slaughtering the army, as their blood rushed off the bridge and made swirls in the sea. "Come on, Sasuke," said Naruto. "Let's pay our respect," as he looked towards Haku's body. as Naruto felt strange. He had killed many people before, but this one was different. He had killed people that had committed crimes against people, despicable, dangerous people. However, he felt in another life, he could be friends with Haku. He arranged a body, so he wouldn't just look like some other casualty. However, Sasuke, the reason why he got so angry when he saw Gato kick the body was because he saw himself in this person. The boy threw away everything when he lost his master. His loss, his pain turned into rage, and it gave him strength. But he still didn't care anymore. It made Sasuke wonder, was this what he will become? Would he throw away his life for the sake of taking another? Should he learn to preserve himself instead, and preserve the Uchiha clan through other means? It was conflicted. He started to see defeating Itachi as a means to an end instead of his goals, his purpose. However, Itachi must still die, because as long as that man lived, any history that he tried to reform for the Uchihas would be at risk. It was his duty to kill Itachi, so the future of the Uchiha could survive. Sakura doesn't even step a foot away from Kakashi as she hugged her sensei as she broke down. This mission was a nightmare, which traumatized her. As Tazuna remained silent, no work was done on the bridge for the rest of the day. Time skip. With the death of Gato and his mercenary army, the villagers were back as they felt hope once again, as they buried Zabuza and Haku. Despite not knowing them that much, Haku's death had taken a toll on all of them, as Sakura made a gravestone for him, while Zabuza blade was his gravestone. On the day of the departure, Team 7 waved goodbye to the people of Nami, as the people were grateful, as Tazuna was making names about the bridge. How about the mighty Tazuna Bridge? No, a lot of them said, alright fine, we won't name it after anyone. How about the Great Salvation Bridge, for honor of returning to our normalcy? Yes, everyone shouted, as that was the name that it was. When the group arrived back to Konoha, Kakashi dismissed them. As he would give the report, he told him to go and get some rest. However, Naruto made a beeline for home. His mind was twirling about several things. This mission has taken a lot out of him mentally. After stepping out of the first warm shower he had in 3 weeks, when he stepped in front of the mirror, he was shocked when he saw his eyes, the pattern of his Sharingan, as he pulled the skin down of his eyes to get a better look as he looked stare into the glass mirror. The Mangekyo. Time skip. We receive a hidden message from an invoice in Cuba town. They export iron to us to craft shinobi tools. They are currently suffering attacks to steal refined iron before they send it out. Evaluate the situation and act as necessary. Cuba town is one of the sources that Konoha got their iron from, and it's not smart to steal from any of the big five, especially Konoha, without retribution. This is the 5th C-rank mission that Team 7 has been on since the mission to the Land of Wave. So far, none of them has been more drastic or dangerous like that, mostly escort missions and retrieving a stolen item. So with that, the group move. The town is just a day away. As they arrive there, the people that are stealing did not wear any markings to show that they were operatives from any other village, although they could be stealing and selling these resources to other villages. Naruto and Sasuke has proven that they could work good on their own, so Kakashi told him to let loose if the culprits decide that they could take on a unit from Konoha. Unfortunately though, the hungry men are desperate men. The bandits were not doing this out of greed, but for survival, but Team 7 has a job as well. Kakashi decided to reason with them. We don't have a choice, our lord. The middle-aged man spat the word of contempt. Is arming shinobis that kidnap our children if we don't comply, as he and his bandit friends arm themselves with weaponry. Kakashi sighed. I'm sorry, then he says he drew a kunai. The boys immediately got to work, as they split the group of 30. Sakura used genjutsu from afar to create an earth wall, allowing the bandits to slam into one another, thinking that they had to take another route when they stopped. As Naruto and Sasuke split the group and worked quickly together, It was then that Naruto noticed one lone survivor, and Kakashi was not looking his way. "It's unfortunate that you didn't run," said Naruto. As this was time to practice, the lone survivor looked towards him. As Naruto's eyes changed, "Tsukuyomi," he said. The lone survivor, Yasuke, awake in a pure white place. He took a step, but he trembled in fear as he didn't know where he was stepping or what was going on. It was then that he saw the same shinobi with a red eye looking down towards him. He lunged at the boy with his blade. "You won't be need that in here." The boy merely waved his hand as Yasuke blade vanished, and staircase went up. With the boy being traveling far up, Yasuke ran up the staircase until one of them vanished as he fell into an abyss of darkness. He screamed in fear as he started to drop even faster than before. He closed his eyes and splash! He landed in a pool of water as he only saw red, and he felt the liquid on his skin. Blood? The water was actual blood. He clawed his way through it as he dropped on the surface, taking in deep breaths as he glanced up. The moon was red. As he started to hyperventilate, "Show yourself!" He snapped his head from left to right. Very well. Yasuke's eyes went wide when the sea came together, the blood rising into the child. However, he was large, like a giant. "Where am I? What do you want from me?" Yasuke said. "I desire only your knowledge. Your life means nothing to me. Give me the knowledge I seek, and I will free you from this realm, which I control everything." It's just shinobi tricks. We were told what to do if we get caught in one of your illusions. Yasuke reached as he pulled out his pocket knife. He stabbed himself in the thigh. He knew the immense pain would knock him out of the illusion. Only it did not. You are no longer in your own reality to break again jutsu. You exist in my realm now. And in here, in this realm, I am God. Hands rose up from the ground. Skeletons. Some of them still had flesh on their body that was rotting away. As one of them had a head with flesh dropping from its mouth. Kill me! He begged Yasuke. Yasuke threw up violently. "These are the ones that came before you. They did not give me the knowledge I'd seek, so I've kept them here for eternity. Their minds have deteriorated so much that they no longer remember the secrets I wanted. This is a fate you will share if you refuse to give me the circumstances of your task." "Well, why does that matter to you?" Yasuke asked. As he thought hard about it, he has a ticket to get out of this strange dimension. "The boy you saw in your reality is my vessel, which I can use to manipulate the existence of mortals. He has been given a task by his village leader to assess your group efforts. It is my thanks to him for allowing me to share the body that he has, to gain the knowledge that he desires." I will tell you anything," said Yasuke as he dropped to his knees in front of this god. "Then we have an accord. Allow me to restore your wound. In return for your secrets, I shall return you towards the mortal plane." As Yasuke's leg healed, even the pants stitched back together like it was never damaged to begin with. "We have a handler. He's a shinobi. White hair, 2 dots on his forehead. He killed 10 people in our village with bones that came out of his body. He told us to get resources by any means necessary, or he will kill our families. He's apparently a part of a new ninja village in the land of sound. The lord of our land is giving the new leader of this village free reign to do whatever he pleases with us." Naruto cancelled Tsukuyomi early. The stress on Yasuke's chakra and mind placed him in a vegetable state, as Naruto took pity on him and placed a kunai through his head, killing him. Even if the man could be saved, he had seen too much. His plain god act had made him find out a lot more than necessary. He didn't know much, but still, it was enough. Only a second passed on the outside, which gave him enough time to fake a scenario. How he got the information about that, as he waited a few minutes before he joined Sakura, as he had told the town's folks to stay inside and barricade themselves up. Sasuke made short work of his bandits. He was about to kill him until Kakashi stopped him. "This is our chance to practice what we talk about." As he tied up the survivor, "Kakashi," said Naruto, "I had one of the bandits tell me why they were doing this. They have a shinobi coercing them into stealing the iron. He said if they did not cooperate, the shinobis would murder their families." This shinobi is using normal people to do his dirty work. Looks like they don't want anyone finding out what they're doing. Sasuke activated Sharingan. There were 3 tomo in each. As Kakashi opened the man's eyes, practicing is hypnosis to get information. It took a lot for one to call themselves a master of their eyes. Even in control of the person's mind, it still was not enough to compare to such as a legendary Mangekyou Sharingan ability like the Kodomasukami. Using the standard hypnosis could only get a bit of information, and shinobis could lock out other shinobis from their mind as well. As Naruto wondered what it would be like to get an ability like that, but the Mangekyou seemed to be hereditary. He could use Tsukuyomi with his right eye and Amaterasu with his left, just like his grandfather. Try and focus on what Naruto said and draw out anything like that, said Kakashi to Sasuke. Naruto and Sakura are treated to a boring wait. Sakura has grown a lot in the past 6 months. As she asks, what do you think it's like? As they sat next to each other. You might need to be more specific with me, Sakura, he said. Having a Kekkei Genkai, I mean, she said. I guess it must be different for everyone that has one, said Naruto. If you think about it, someone that is born with a Kekkei Genkai doesn't feel different from a normal person. They can do something with their own body, a power that you're born with. To them it's no different from being like us. It's just natural. Just like for me to be good with fire and wind, and you're offensive for genjutsu and medical ninjutsu. That's true, I guess, she said. People with Kekkei Genkai doesn't really seem that different from the outside. However, said Naruto, I feel like it's different with other shinobis and the clan that you're from. You had a Hyuga in your class, right? She's probably under a whole lot of pressure to maintain the image of the strength of the Byakugan, just like how Sasuke wanted to master a Sharingan to prove how fearsome in honor of the Uchiha. You know, Sakura said, I didn't really think about that. Hinata was always shy. It must be hard on her to live up to that kind of expectation. There might be other psychiatrical issues as well. A few years ago, someone tried to kidnap a young Hyuga so that they could have a Byakugan for their village. The leader of Hyuga clan killed him and got caught up in some political issue because of it. The Hokage sorted out, and the issue was sorted, but it must have been a big issue for the kid that got caught up in it. That must have been Hinata, Sakura said, in shock. I bet that incident traumatized her, and she got all shy. Naruto blinked. He thought Sakura would know this already. She was your classmate, wasn't she? You weren't friends? Not really. I mostly kept to myself and Ino. She was my only friend. We kinda had a fight though, and it wasn't the same between us anymore. I'm sorry, said Naruto, was all he could say. He didn't care much for the drama, but he dealt with growing apart from friends. The people that he lived with in the orphanage all went their different ways after Tsukumi Bachin died. It's not a big loss, I think. As Sakura leaned her head on Naruto's shoulder, I like you guys more anyways. You're turning me into mush, he said, as she flicked her hair in his face. The two of them remained in silence, which was rather comfortable, as they waited. As Kakashi and Sasuke walked over to them. What I got is what Naruto just said. There's a new intel though. A new village these guys come from. They have some Kekkei Genkai shinobi that is killing off their family if they don't obtain resources. The new village is arming up, said Kakashi. Hokage-sama will want to hear this. Well, he glanced around that still. Another successful C rank. Good job, everyone. Let's give the all clear to these people and head back to Konoha. As Naruto was suspicious why Kakashi did not ask how he got the lead in the first place. But he said nothing about it though. Time skip. Kakashi stood in front of 3 of Konoha's most experienced shinobi. Tsunade, Homura and Koharu sat on higher perches from the other shinobis in the room. Behind Kakashi, veteran elders and other shinobis were there. There was only a few people Tsunade trusts to know certain intel, and not made that intel leak. As Kakashi finished his detailed report back on what he learned. Another hidden village. This is most troubling, Homura said as he pushed his glasses up. Koharu nodded along. This work, it's quite sloppy. Whoever is pulling the string does not expect their nation to last long. It is clear that this village is serving a purpose. We must investigate immediately. They have even changed the name of the nation. The daimyos elected to name it the Land of Sound. rather than a land of rice fields. I believe we should investigate in the daimyo's court, and who he socialized with, Homura said. We have also received this a week ago, said Tsunade as she placed documents on the table. This is the Chunin exams. Participants. One of them is listed as the Sound. They're only sending one team, but the timing is too suspicious they ignore. I'll send word to my best agent to search as much as they can as soon as possible. Understood, they said. Alright, all of you with Genin teams, remain behind. Those of you leaving, please, let the Genin team leaders know that they're to enter in 10 minutes, no sooner. Kakashi, I need to have a word, she said, as she waited for everyone else to leave. Homura and Koharu remain. As Tsunade asked, how did Naruto obtain this information, she said. I don't know, but I do know that it's some type of jutsu that require a large amount of chakra. Whatever it is, it functions instantly. A high-level interrogation technique. This is beyond the scope of a genin. Even one that is reported to have unnatural, powerful chakra. Koharu said, is he aware that you know? Perhaps not fully. He understands that I've been trying to get more information out of him, but he doesn't know that I've been using a jutsu to assess his chakra levels throughout the mission. I'm afraid I don't have the sensory talent to understand what exactly he did, but I know for certain it requires more chakra than any other interrogation technique I ever witnessed before. Why is the boy hiding this? He is clearly not suited for stealth or other undo positions. Naruto Uzumaki clearly possessed the same frontline wrecking ball position that his father did. He has nothing to gain from keeping something like this hidden away. Have you discussed with him this behavior? Homura said. There was no chance in hell that Naruto, someone like him, would go into Anbu, but him hiding his abilities started to make people suspicious. With each mission, it showed that he's not being challenged, and that he's hiding something. I've had a chat with him about it, said Kakashi. All he's telling me is that you'd wait for a moment where the entire world can see what he can do. I tried to tell him that he can go through the ranks rather quickly if he shows off. But every time I asked, he keep on telling me that Kakashi knew that it might sound ridiculous, that he's at risk. Homura exchanged a look with Koharu. Tsunade leaned forward. At risk of what, she asked. If he revealed the full extent of his abilities too early, he believed that internal factions of Konoha would seek to recklessly reproduce that power. If it is stolen or altered or given to people without correct instruction, it may very well destroy Konoha instead of protecting the village. He insists that his ability is 100 years of hard work passed into him, and he must show the entire enemy nations at the same time, or else Konoha will lose the biggest deterrent of war since the first Hokage. So he believed that he has some Kekigenkai that is absolutely vital for Konoha future, Homura said. Tuh, this is the posturing of a 12-year-old boy with an inflated self of importance, said Koharu. Uzumaki Naruto may be a prodigy in the same caliber of his father, but unless his ability is clairvoyance, I suggest you keep on prodding him for information and see if he's whispering promises of being a savior to deflect us from the real issue. What does he mean by internal factions? Asked Tsunade. The Hyuga incident is the example that he gave me. Kakashi told a condensed version of the story that he got from Naruto. I think he's not aware that the distrust towards him is high right now, because he's focused on the potential that Konoha may be like Humo. In his mind, Konoha trusting him is not the issue right now. It's Konoha that need to earn his trust by proving that it will not manufacture circumstances that will rob him of his agency within the village hierarchy. Are you saying that Naruto thinks there's a chance that we will turn him into a breeding channel? Asked Navi. Ridiculous, Koharu said. Regardless, that's the story that he's sticking with, and he has not deviated from it once. Tsunade sighed as she rubbed her forehead, and Naruto keep on making waves wherever he goes. His incident with the starting of his career involving the several Chunins had spread around the village. His graduation was also quite public and showed the clan heads that he's worth paying attention to. Throw in a rumor of him completing an A-rank mission. Almost every eye is on him on the village. If we try to get this information from him without allowing him to show it himself, it will spread that the higher-ups are picking on a young talented shinobi. He has weaved the circumstances leading up to the Chunin exams quite well. intentionally or otherwise. Homura added another issue in. We cannot afford to have Team 7 not compete in this exam. They are by far the strongest genuine team within the village. If we hold them back for too long, it will be seen as letting actual Chunin compete, and you know that the other nations will cry, foul play. But this appears to be the perfect situation for Naruto to reveal his true power though. The Sun is sending a team composed of the Kazekage children, one of them is a Jinjulki. Without Team 7 being there, the genuine heirs of the important clans within Konoha will be at an extreme risk. You know very well that the parents of those children will push for their sensei to recommend them for the exams. Sasuke is the highest profile target in the team, and with your teaching it is greatly possible that he will ally with fellow Konoha shinobis, and they will be a deterrent against teams that are seeking scrolls in the forest against the Konoha Genins. Koharu was basically saying that the other Genin teams are weak, and Team 7 might be the only one that could protect them through the team survival phase. Kakashi got the message, although he was already thinking about placing Team 7 with the Chunin exams. I'll slip word to my team that you're supposed to keep an eye on friendlies. Good, said Tsunade as she pressed the intercom. Sending everyone that is here for Chunin exam purposes, she said. Time skip. Alright, Uzumaki-san. I will place these with your medical records for later review. Same as the others. Thank you, said Naruto. I can't help but be curious, however, the doctor said, as he looked Naruto directly in the eyes. I hope you understand. From the testing that you have asked for these past 5 months, I can easily see from the scans that you are developing new chakra pathways in your brain and to your eyes. Your vision and your reflex seem to be very well improving. Then there is no cause for alarm then. No, the doctor said. I know you must be up to something, but surely you must understand. Whatever you have found to do something like this, you can help many people with impaired vision. I can't tell you what I'm doing, but what I can tell you though, since you've been a good sport and upholding the patient-doctor confidentiality, is to bet on me in the upcoming Chunin exams and see for yourself what is happening to me. Confident are we, the doctor said. You have no idea how sure I am of my victory, Iyashi-san. My wife would kill me if she caught me betting on children killing each other, Iyashi said. You're lost, said Naruto. Please be careful though. I don't know what you're doing, but ninjutsu that affect the eyes and brain are no joke. Anything could go wrong if an unpracticed method of improvement is used. You don't have to worry. If all goes as planned over Chunin exams, you probably won't see me again anyways. Iyashi raised the eyebrow at that, but he did not push it. Well, I'll be cheering you on. Remember what I said, said Naruto. Bet on me. As he left the doctor, Naruto knew for certain that he would not be defeated by anyone in the exam. He will be able to use his full power freely, and there will be no restraint. The doctor has confirmed this over the past few months of him awakening the Mangekyo Sharingan. At first he was hesitant to use it at all, as he checked to see if his eyesight was deteriorating, but nothing was failing. After the first 2 doctor visits, he got bolder with his training. As he started to use his newly awakened abilities, he could set almost anything on fire with his Amaterasu in his grandfather's old hideout. Tsukuyomi had to wait for missions and privacy, but even then, he used it on some poor souls. He has no fear in losing the light in his eyes. Madara meddling made sure that it will remain. Similar to Obito in a way. Half of Obito's body was destroyed. Therefore, the Zetsu that was imparted on him, it mended into his flesh. It mixed with his chakra source. And seeing that the Zetsus were created from Hoshirama, that meant it gave him the chakra of said Hoshirama Senju. It gave him several things. 1. He had a bastardized version of the Mohitan. His wounds healed at a rapid rate. His chakra strength had been magnified greatly. And he wouldn't go blind, even after constant use of the Mangekyo Sharingan. This led Naruto to the belief his immunity to blindness was because of the powerful cells that are in his body that are similar to the Senju. The Uzumaki is a walking Keiki Genkai. The primary trait of their clan was their powerful chakra and their strong life force. The Uzumaki chakra is just raw power. Every Uzumaki is on a different level for the abilities that they use. It was no wonder why 3 nations band together to destroy them, and their size barely compared to the Uchiha and Senjus. It made him wonder. To learn this tincture, adamantine chains that his clan used. Mostly his mother. It also made him sad to know that he would never meet his mother. But while the immunity to his blindness could be explained by the abnormal strength of his life force, the way his Mangekyo awakened was still a mystery. Even Obito awakened his power by experiencing a mind-shattering loss. Madara had known everything about the Sharingan and the Mangekyo Sharingan, but Naruto on the other hand was just different. Naruto had felt Madara's pain when he had brought him under his Tsukuyomi. He knew what it takes to awaken the Mangekyo, and Naruto has never felt such negative or such emotional pain before. Sasuke's Sharingan awoken out of need and desire. However, Naruto's Sharingan just awoken out of the blue, just because. However, as he thought about it, Madara had implanted his brother's eyes into his own. There was no other with the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, and not to mention he had infused himself with Hoshirama cells. It made Naruto wonder if it was because of his bloodline passing down to his descendants, being him. Could it be like just puberty? Because of what was passed on to him from Madara, when his body was ready, it was like yes. Let's move to the next step of your life. And that is Sharingan, and then his Mangekyo Sharingan activated that quickly. The thought made him want to laugh, like waking up one day and seeing hair on your chest. Now you're a man. But he opened his eyes one day and found the Mangekyo Sharingan. It was really funny. But it couldn't be that simple, right? Wait, could it? He just didn't know. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see this person do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember, share to all of your friends in social media platform. And also stick around for your what is coming your way over in Anime King 2, guys. And yes, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of Anime King 3 and enjoy that. And I indeed have 3 channels, links will be down in the description, so go ahead and check them out and enjoy. But I'm out for now, see you guys soon. Peace, guys.